Good morning or good afternoon, good night, whenever you guys are watching this. First of all, happy Taco Tuesday, Tarot Talk Tuesday, or whenever you are watching this. Let's go ahead and get right into your reading. What's the overall energy when it comes to the collective? What do we need to know? All right, Temperance and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. First of all, what I'm getting significantly here with Temperance is that there was somebody or something that you either needed to let go of, or somebody had to let go of something, right? In order to create a sense of balance. This could be a relationship, this could be a job, this could be an ideology. It could be a multitude of things here, especially with Temperance coming in. But in order to have this Temperance, there's something very painful, or there is some type of significant transformation that you had to go through. And every ending brings a new beginning. And with this new beginning that's coming in for the beautiful collective, it is an energy that is creating, they said, the simulation of what you have been manifesting, which is interesting because for those of you guys that have been with me for a while, you know I never have used that type of verbiage or that type of terminology. So I'm also getting, with this energy coming in, there's something that needed to be healed. There's aspects of you that you may have actively been working on healing, actively working on your shadow work, addressing those certain little wonky energies in the corner that didn't need or didn't belong there. So there's a lot of healing and a lot of balance that's coming in for you, and a significant amount of transformation because of your patience. And part of the patience isn't being patient with other people, but it's also being patient with yourself, being understanding of yourself, having enough self-love to give yourself enough slack to say, you know what, I could have done that differently, but at the same point in time, I put forth the necessary energy and effort that it needed to survive. But hey, something didn't work out, right? This is also coming in as you guys having multiple options. This could be options in dating. It could be options with jobs. It could be options in a multiple situations, because I do see you very balanced right now. Like there's something coming forward with you where you may be going through a significant Phoenix rising. This balance that's being created with inside of your life, it is balancing you emotionally, your heart chakra, as well as your root chakra. So there is significant balance coming in here. And with this balance brings a level of abundance. With this abundance, it's beautiful, right? For some of you, it's you entering into a relationship. It's you getting your finances correct. It's, being around family, friends, coworkers, whatever it may be. But I also feel like there's a significant amount of balance that's coming in here, especially with financial security and family. For some of you, you may be receiving some type of large sum of money. It could be from an inheritance. For some of you, I just heard alimony, which was interesting. But again, whatever is coming in here, it's balancing your energy in your own environment where you really can put your feet in and dig in. This is about setting your roots. It's about establishing a certain energy here that is creating everlasting wealth. And for me, everlasting wealth, it's a frequency. It's not necessarily a money. It's not necessarily a vibration, because think about it. There's lots of people that have a lot of money, but they are imbalanced. And you can tell that they have a lack of stability or a lack of grounding on their point. But there's a lot of people that are happy, right? And maybe they don't have as much as other people, but the way that they live every single day like it is their last. And there is something extremely fulfilling about the way that they handle things. And this is creating the wealth of abundance. Having a sense of peace is what I'm also getting coming in from this energy. It's weird because as I sit down to do this reading, there's a very calm, smoothing, soothing energy that's over me right now. It almost feels like I'm sitting in a lounge somewhere and I'm listening to jazz music, or I'm listening to a speakeasy, or it's a very sultry type of vibe right now. So you may be in an energy where you're really just feeling yourself, but you're very focused on your grounding, on your stability, on what's in front of you, on creating everlasting relationships and removing what doesn't serve you and what no longer fits. This is even like for some of you taking yourself out to go get a glass of wine, or just enjoying the scenery of the beach, of the water, of your essence. I don't know why I'm getting it. It's so odd that I have like this. Again, typically I'm a very type A, kind of a hyper person, but the energy that's coming in today, it's completely different. It's hard for me to explain. For some of you, you may be traveling, you may be booking flights, you may be in a different country right now, exploring. There's something here about you really taking on, because again, I feel like there's something about you guys where you are the scholar and it's always trying to figure out a higher meaning or a higher purpose of why we are here and what we are doing. But with this energy, you're also taking action, because remember, Sagittarius is the only sign in the entire zodiac that's half man, half animal. So it's the instinct of that animal, but it's also the mental aptitude that's also taking you places. So there's action behind thought here. And whatever is going on, it is creating a beautiful balance here with the Ten of Pentacles. It's what's coming in. I also am getting to, you are being watched right now. Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups. It seems like there's people coming in here. There's somebody definitely that's been watching you from afar, and you may be in this Queen of Swords energy where, again, balance is the thing that's coming in today. So there's a significant amount of balance to the way that you're operating, to the way that you are, and people are finding it very attractive. And it can be because there's something about you that is the truth. You're seeing things very clearly right now. You're not overly emotional. You're not out of control. There's an energy where you're coming in as very centered. Some people may view this as you being very cold or you not being as interested. But what I'm getting for a lot of you is that you're in your purpose. And when you're in your purpose, especially coming out of this significant transformation, I'm telling you, there was a big phoenix rising with temperance, because temperance is that pressure. Temperance is alchemy. It's about merging and fusing the qualities of you that are meant to be illuminated in this frequency that you're in. So it's very beautiful. And again, I feel like right now with you being very balanced in your own energy here and very focused on the goal, which the goal is partnership, the goal is security, the goal is stability. And that's however you define it, right? There's going to be somebody in the comments that says money isn't important. I'm not talking about financial security. I'm talking about security in general, right? Being secure with yourself, being good with yourself to the point where you can say, you know what? That just doesn't work for me. And knowing you have options and knowing you have choices, and at the end of the day, you're going to always be okay because you're being truthful and you're being honest to yourself. And there's somebody here that finds it very attractive, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak, your intellect. People are valuing your thought. People are valuing the way that you're communicating, the way that you're speaking here. There's something very attractive about you, and this could be because you've balanced out other aspects of yourself. I'm getting here that there may be somebody for some of you that may be a bit younger than you, or this is somebody that maybe isn't younger, but they're not as well versed, I feel like, in relationships, possibly. This could be a Sagittarius, a Libra. You have Libra energy, Virgo energy, and Pisces energy. And again, this is just the signs that are making up for me, the signs are characteristics, right? So like if I say it's a Leo, that's somebody that's very passionate. That's somebody that's very heart-centered, but it's also somebody that needs a level of attention in order to fuel the ego. As long as it's a good balanced ego, that's all that matters, right? But you are dealing with somebody here has been watching you for a period of time. They're intrigued. I don't know why, but I get that there's somebody here that's significantly intrigued by your energy, by the way that you're carrying yourself. This is somebody that's viewing you as very trustworthy. I get that this person For some of you, you may not even realize it though. Because I get that you're very focused. You may be focused on other things, focused on yourself. The devil is here with the Two of Cups and the Twin Flame. This devil energy has been wanting to come out, right? Like for a while. Or it's been, the energy has been prevalent or persistent in the in this situation for a while. And I feel like for some of you, there's somebody that's very fixated on the fact that you're not giving them any attention. There's somebody here that's fixated on the fact that you've almost like given a cold shoulder, or you've turned the other way, and you're not as focused on love and romance. You're focused on other aspects. And being in Cancer season, happy birthday to all the beautiful Cancers out there. Being in Cancer season, there's a significant reiteration on home, on family, on creating generational wealth, creating a happy home and a beautiful environment for those, you know, for yourself, and if you have children or fur babies or whatever you may have. So there's somebody that's very, very focused here because they're worried about you detaching, or this is almost like a detachment from the energy. This is also their fixation though as well, because they've not been able to really come forward and express their truth with how they feel. This is somebody that is very emotional over you, but for whatever the reasoning is, with this devil behind them, this energy keeps them stagnant and it keeps them stuck to a low vibration, to the physical energy versus a metaphysical energy. This could be somebody that's more so worried about the differences that the two of you have versus embracing the truth of your connection. This also could be somebody that has certain toxic traits about them that need to be adjusted or need to be preyed on, or you know, preyed on in the sense of having prayer to combat this energy, right? Because the reality is this, with the devil showing up in the reading this early on, what it's signifying is that there is a heavy presence of spirituality or of God. And the devil always comes in when God is getting ready to bless you, because the devil is here to entice you to choose something different, to choose you from moving off your path. So be very cognizant right now of who's in your energy and who you're giving your time and your attention to. Time is currency. Time is the only thing we cannot pay more money to get, right? And when somebody really cares about you, you share your time, you share your energy. There's an energetic exchange. Be cognizant right now of who you're giving your energy to, because there's somebody here that's trying to hold you back because they're scared to let you go. I don't know why that just came forward, but it did. And there's definitely somebody here that's upset over the change that you are creating. This could be a family, this could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a past lover, it could be a multitude of things, but there's somebody here that's relatively upset because there's a lack of control and there's a lack of stability on their end. This is also somebody that feels like they have to compete. So this may be somebody that's in secret competition with you. People don't like to hear it, but it is true. When you are doing well for yourself, and based on the reading, you are in a place, or you are in a position where even if you don't think you're doing well, the perception is of other people that you're relatively balanced and that you're very focused on the end game, whatever that end game is to you. You could be studying, you could be advancing in your career, you could be traveling. There's something significant about you right now. It even could be a physical transformation with temperance, but in this energy, there's people that are upset with your change. There's people here that almost have an energy of, but don't forget where you came from. So people are going to be okay if you're under their control, but the moment that you break free of that control, the moment that you embark on a new energy and you want more for yourself, there's somebody here that's a little bit upset because there is a lack of control that's coming in here. So you have Leo energy. This Leo energy also, again, it's funny that we talked about Leo energy. Leos, don't roast me. It's no, trust me. Like, my best friend has multiple Leo placements, so it's not a Leo thing. But there's somebody here that's in competition with you, that has been competing with you. This could be somebody that you never competed with. This is somebody that you viewed as your equal. This is somebody that you even could have put on a pedestal and that you praised and that you loved and that you cherished. But for whatever the reasoning is, this person has been in competition with you for a period of time, and it could have even been a secret competition. This could even be a partner that you're with. But I do feel like with this energy that's coming in here, especially this Emperor energy, yeah, like Scorpio, Aries energy, I just get that there's options. Like, either you're going to have options with a job, you're going to have options between people, you're going to have options whether or not you want to go left or you want to go right or you want to go straight, or if you want to go up, you want to go down. Like, there's something with your energy right now where there is a level of control. There is a sense of control, and it's weird because it's control because there's a sense of mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual peace. If you are not in this energy is coming within the next 14 days. And there's something very significant. There's something very significant in this energy. I don't know how else to explain it. Even, like I said, even sitting here, starting the reading, my whole energy changed as I sat down to do the reading. And I'm channeling the energy that's around us. I'm channeling the collective energy here. So there's somebody here that does want to come forward also for a lot of you and make you some type of offer here. Because this is somebody that's valuing your worth, that understands what you bring to the table, and they feel like they can add to your life. This is somebody that doesn't mind putting in the effort, doesn't mind fighting for you in the connection. And part of that fight means to put their pride aside. And that's something I feel like Aries does beautifully when Aries is in a balanced energy. Now, what do I mean by that? Because again, I feel like sometimes, perception is key, right? And I feel like with Aries is such a go-getter, and they're very fixated and they're very focused on what they want. And if they don't get what they want, that's all they can worry about. But this person, whoever is coming in here, they balance their energy. And even if, you know, things in their life aren't exactly where they need to be, this person is actively working because they know that they don't want to lose you, or they're afraid of making a wrong decision. This is also somebody that definitely could have sought counsel on you to try to, you know, ask like, what should I do in this situation? Because I do get that this is somebody that's fighting themselves. Why are they fighting themselves in this? What's the why? 3 of Cups. This could be you and this person being friends. This could be somebody that knows that they need to come forward and have a very honest conversation with you. This is Mercury in Cancer. This is a conversation that they have to do from the heart. Because if it's not coming from the heart, you're not going to accept it. You're not going to accept a lazy energy. You're no longer accepting the scraps. You're no longer accepting the bare minimum. You either come with the full enchilada and the rice and the beans, or nothing at all, and the guac and the sour cream, right? Or nothing at all. Because you're good by yourself. You're stable in your own energy. So it's, what are you adding? This person has to come forward and break down and be honest. This Emperor has to take a step off their throne and be vulnerable for a period of time to express to you what your friendship or what your relationship means to them. For some of you, it's them explaining or expressing to you what happened with the third party. If they put you in a third party, why they moved the way that they did. There's something here also about them coming forward and being very honest with you. This honesty, it may also be something that you don't want to hear. Because Cancers say things that you don't want to hear, but they tell you because they love you. Cancers will be the first one to be like, that looks horrible on you, right? Like, that's accentuating everything it shouldn't. Like, I think you need to change. They're not telling you to hate on you, but they're telling you because they love you, because they're like, I don't want you to be insecure in what you're wearing. There's something with this person where they have to be able to be honest and truthful with you, but that starts also with them, where they have to be honest and truthful with themselves. And this Emperor knows it. And this Emperor has been fighting this energy for a period of time, and coming forward and being communicative, coming forward and ultimately speaking the truth on the situation. Because for some of you, there's been a lot of secretive energy. There's been a lot of energy in the ethers where you can feel something is off. You can feel something is wrong. You can say, hey, what's going on? Hey, something is off. Are you good? Even with a friend, think about it. When friendships, I'll never forget. I remember asking one of my friends, and I loved her so much. I remember saying, like, you good? Is everything okay? Something's off with you. I'm fine. You sure about that? Because the energy I'm picking up is that you're not okay. And believe it or not, she wasn't okay. And she was moving funny because she was moving funny. And you being intuitive, you being an empath, you being a healer, you're picking up on people's funny energy. There's some type of secretive truth here that needs to be expressed with the Three of Cups. This is something, again, you've not physically seen with your eyes, but it's something that you felt in your soul with what's really going on. And I feel like whatever truth this is, it's going to create a lot of healing, a lot of understanding, in a connection. And I also think if you hear snoring, because someone's like, do I hear snoring? Yes, that's Zola. You know, Zola's over here snoring logs. While the kids are gone, I have Zola, who is my older son's dog. So she's just like a little potato. And she's a little Frenchie, so she snores. So I apologize if it's distracting. I kind of just tune it into that happy life, happy dog, vibing, snoring without a care in the world. But yeah, I'm getting that there's some truth. And it's almost like it's time to, like, it's funny. They said cut the cheese, which is so odd, but it's time to, like, open up. It's time to, like, see past the facade. Because again, for some of you, Libra, Taurus energy, Cancer energy. And look, I'm looking right here. I see the Six of Cups. You're coming into a winning season. I have a hard time with, I was going to say Taco Tuesday, but Tarot Talk Tuesday, because I want to talk more than just love, but everybody's here for love. So it's hard not to phrase things when it comes to love. But I also feel like sometimes we need readings that are about our growth. We need readings about how we're doing, because when you're right, when you're in your truth, when you're living and your passion, you attract the same energy. There's something about your energy right now where you are in this Empress energy. You are attracting. It doesn't matter if you're a masculine or a feminine energy. Right now, you are in a divine energy that is very successful, and that you are going to obtain everything that you want, because your frequency that you are currently on, it is a frequency of creation. It is a frequency of abundance. It is a frequency where you've nurtured yourself, you've healed your wounds, you've moved forward, and you have your head held high, and you know there's only amazing things to come. This isn't a desperate energy. This is an energy where I know what's right for me, what's meant for me is going to be mine. That's why you have this Emperor and the Empress here. But there's some things in between the two of these people that need to get it right. And it starts with the conversation, because the Empress is turning their back on the secrets. The Empress is turning their back on what is not being said, what is not being heard. And it's an energy where if you play me, you play yourself, because there's only one Empress. And this Emperor knows that. That's why this Emperor is fixated. That's why this Emperor feels like they're losing control over the situation and over the narrative, because the Empress is healing. If the Empress heals, if the Empress elevates, guess what? The Emperor has to also. You have to be on the same vibration. If you're not on the same vibration, guess what? Two things aren't the same. Can't, it's not even apples and oranges. You know what I mean? It's an energy where you're either on the same vibration in order to have creation together, in order for them to provide the solid foundation that's going to be able to nurture your beliefs, to nurture your own creation, to be able to provide the stability that's needed in order for something to grow. And I feel like the thing about the Empress is growing with or without the Emperor, and the Emperor is scared because they know that there's going to be additional competition for the Empress. Man or woman, it doesn't matter, okay? This is an energy. You are in an energy where you are attracting what you want. It has nothing to do with anything else. And you are being viewed right now as somebody that's significantly valuable. You are being viewed right now as the Six of Wands. There's something you are doing where you are at the top of your class. You're embarking on new things. You're trying new things. You're out here, you're like, hey, if I fail, I fail. It's not a coincidence that the 5 is going to the 6. Not at all. That's key, right? Because whatever you've had to overcome, and for some of you, you had to fight a lot. Fight for everything that you have. Fight for your job, fight for who you are, fight for people to understand, fight for your family. People don't understand everything that you've got through to be where you are. People just look at you and see a beautiful face and a amazing smile or a happy persona, but people don't understand the struggle. But guess what? The struggle that you've gone through, you don't look like it. The struggles only made you better. I'll never forget one time I was somewhere and somebody had asked to see a picture of my mom because they had gone to school with my mom, and I had showed him a picture of my mom because, again, they went to school. And he said to me, your mom ages like fine wine. She just gets better with time. There's something with your energy where the more that you mature, even if you're older, even if you're like, listen, I'm 60, I don't know how much more maturing I can do, but there's something with your energy where the baggage, the burdens, I don't know why, but it looks good on you. Because of the adversity, I'm not sure. Because of the fact that you're shining bright, there's a heavy emphasis on you coming into your winning season. I know we're in Cancer season, but I'm telling you, when you hit Leo season is going to be magnificent. Leo season is going to be fantastic for you because there's something here about the shine being on you. And for some of you, you don't even want the shine. You're cool being, like I say, a background player, right? But there's something about you that people can't deny your level of abundance. There's something that's ruminating in your energy that is giving off this beautiful vibration that's very high vibrational. You are a leader. You are getting ready to lead. And part of the reason people are trusting you is because you're being honest. You're not fake. You're not phony. You're leading with who you really are. And it has to do with a lot of your self-love. And for some of you, you may be a life coach. You may be a doctor. You may be somebody that is in healing. I don't care. I always say, even if you've taken Uber drivers, hairdressers, influencers, whatever, there's something about you where you touch multiple people, and having that conversation with somebody, driving them from point A to point B, you have no idea what you could have done for that person. So again, you're inspiring people to do things different, and you're creating a very high vibrational energy that is very untouchable. And the fact that the 10 of Swords just came out in reverse, you're no longer upset over a situation. You're no longer holding on to past pain. You're no longer in a dark hour where you're like, well, this isn't going to work out, right? A very Eeyore energy. Because you're realizing your truth, Your happiness, it's based on you. Only 20%, scientifically, only 20% of what we go through dictates our level of happiness. So what does that say? That says our happiness is ultimately driven by the way we think. There's something here in this energy about you no longer worrying about the internal suffering and you really just coming forward and putting your best foot forward, your best foot out there, having a new start, taking this leap of faith, getting into a significant amount of alignment is what I just heard. For some of you, there's a new relationship coming in here. There's somebody from your past that wants to try to wiggle their way back in through possibly a level of communication. And again, there's somebody here, so many words were left unspoken. I need to find the courage to face you again. That's that 3 of Cups. But there's somebody here that's scared to come forward because, again, every time you go through something, like I told somebody the other day, they said, you know, it's hard because you're always being attacked. I'm always being attacked. I said, listen, every new level, it's a new devil. You already defeated one boss. You have another boss to defeat. Because that's necessary in your growth. If everything remains stagnant, it causes atrophies where you stop using certain aspects of yourself and you stop ascending. So this person has a lot that they need to come forward, a lot that they need to express. I promise I will take it slow and let you trust me again. But I feel like there was already trust that was broken. And it may have been because this person did go slow. This could be a pattern with this person where there's things that are left unsaid. There's an argument, there's a dispute, there's a dissolution of some aspect, and then they want to start all over, but you never go from you know, you go from 0 to 10, but you never get to 10 to 20. And I'm getting that with this person, this has a lot to do with how they view themselves and how they want to come forward and how they want to express. You are the true love of my life. I love you. This is somebody that is now sitting here saying, I don't believe in many things, but I do believe in us. This is somebody that had a really hard time accepting the fact that they loved you. This is somebody that I feel like fumbled the bag. I don't know what to say and do after so many mistakes. For some of you, this is like a Sour Patch Kid, right? It's like you could have given them the blueprint to you and they did the opposite, and then they're sitting there crying because they're sour. But you didn't have to be sour. You could have been sweet. I also feel like with this person, they know that they need you. They may not need you, but they want you. You fulfill them. You fulfill their life. You fulfill them in more ways than I feel like what they've acknowledged. And I don't mean this in a negative sense. It's funny, this is the only card that was stuck in this deck, which is decision. This is somebody that, again, I just keep hearing like I fumbled. I fumbled the bag. I fumbled you. It could have been because of ego. It could have been because of this person's selfish nature. It could have been because of certain taboos, certain restrictions that this person didn't want to necessarily accept. But guess what? You have somebody here in their head thinking about the time that they wasted, about things that needed to be sacrificed that weren't sacrificed, what they should have walked away from. This is somebody that kept running into a brick wall and then was upset that they were running into a brick wall, and you're like, hey, you know there's a door off to the right, right? And it's unlocked. They're like, no, I want to go this way. You're like, all right, well, catch you on the flip side. You're dealing with somebody that's very stubborn. You guys are dealing with an energy that I feel like didn't want to lose you, but at the same point in time, they weren't willing to put the work in to keep you. They weren't willing to put the work in. And for some of you, it's an insecurity thing. And I feel like you know what you know here. you know certain things about, intuitively with what's going on. And I feel like for some of you, it scared this person for whatever the reasoning was, like sometimes people's intuition is scary, especially if you're somebody that likes to hide in the shadows, hide in the cuts, and not have people know exactly what you're thinking or what you're processing, and have that person go, hey, are you all right? You good? That's scary. How are you reading my mind? Who sent you? Are you too good to be true? I always feel like there's a magic sauce, or there's a level of seasoning, right? That like just adds something to something. There's something about you that I feel like this person can't find in anybody else. And they know that. That's why they're fixated here. That's why they're like, what have I done? Let's go ahead and get into the extended, because I'm really curious. I'm really, really curious about certain things. By the way, if you haven't already, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for all of the remedies about my voice. It is getting better, thankfully. And I appreciate you guys more than words can express. All right, so how does this person that's heavily fixated on the collective, how do they think the collective feels about them? How do they think the collective feels about them as a person? Woo, 5 of Swords, okay? So they feel like you look at them as somebody that's shady. They feel like your perception of them, it's not a good perception, right? This is Venus and Aquarius. This is somebody that plays mind games in order to get what they want. So, and there may be a level of silence between the two of you, but also they feel like you view them as somebody that's relatively deceptive. And it's funny because this person, they don't want to be deceptive anymore. They want to be this King of Pentacles. How do they view the collective? What's their perception of the collective right now? What is this person's perception of the collective? The Ace of Swords. I know that's right. It's the truth. What is this person regretting? What are they regretting with the collective? Because I get that there's regret, and there's also a sense of expression, yeah? So what is this person regretting with the collective? The Hierophant. See how everything is blue? This is about your throat chakra, but it's also about creating peace and loyalty. For me, blue is loyalty. When I ask people what's your favorite color and they say blue, I'm like, okay, I like that. There's something about a sense of loyalty and being honest, but also doing the right thing. Also could be their heritage or the way that they handle things, their thought process. It could be multiple things that this person regrets in the situation. They can regret not locking you down. They can regret giving a false narrative of who you are. What's the block in this connection? What does this person feel the block is with the collective? That just jumped. The ending. So either you ended things with this person, or this person needed to end things with somebody else. Something that they were holding on to that didn't serve them. Interesting. Let's keep going. What does this person need to express? What do they need to express to the collective? What do they need to come forward and express? What do they need to express to the collective that's weighing heavy on their heart? The Hangman wanted to come out. The Six of Swords. Page of Wands. It's funny. Somebody said in one of the comments like, oh, you put the card back. Because for me, if I don't feel the energy, I don't take the card. For those of you guys that are readers, like, you get it. I'm going to ask again, what does this person feel like they need to get off their chest with the collective? I don't feel like this card is the truth. I feel like this card with your person, this is the outer, right? I want to know what's the truth. I don't want to know about this person tiptoeing through the tulips and not trying to be honest and straightforward. So for some reason, whoever this energy is that needs to come forward, they're not leading with their heart. They're trying to come in and test the water. They're trying to put a toe in. They're not trying to jump in. So I want to know what is their heart saying, yeah? What is this person's heart saying? What do they need to say from the heart to the collective? What do they need to express from their heart to the collective here? The Eight of Cups. That makes sense to me. Now, before I continue, all of this is going to be available on Vimeo. The link for that will be in the comment section below. If this reading resonates, which for me, for some reason, I feel like this is going to resonate for a certain amount of people that are on a higher vibration. So if you've made it this far, put your favorite emoji that you associate with being high vibrational, whether it's a star, whether it's a heart, whether it's the sun. I want to know, like, what emoji defines your high vibration? Because again, there's going to be people that click off because it's not their story, because they're not in this vibration. This is a very special vibration where you're getting ready to get everything that you wanted and so much more. And it's because you walked away. It's because you let go of what didn't serve you, and you're creating your path that God has illuminated for you. So it's very beautiful. Now, okay, so if this reading resonates, definitely check out the extended. It's like a mini reading, and it's amazing because we get into a deep dive into your person's psyche, into the way that they're thinking, into the way that they're processing things in real time. It's not 5D, it's 3D. So this is exactly what's going on. All right, so let's keep going. So this is what they really need to come forward and say. All right. What have they been saying about the collective to other people? Because again, I feel like your person is talking to somebody. Wow, the TwinFlame card came out. Look, the Four of Wands in the Tower. Wow. So your person is telling people that they know that you're the person for them. This may be very shocking to some people that you are their person. Because a person's going to say, if they're your person, then why are you not with them? Why did you walk away from them? Why didn't you do what was right? Why didn't you follow God's plan? Why did things end with the two of you if you really loved them? So this is going to be a really fascinating energy coming in here, which I'm really excited about. And what is this person's intentions? What is this person's intentions? Why now do they want to come around and communicate? The Chariot. And Judgment. Because they're having an awakening. The thing about the Chariot too is the Chariot is going, right? It's like a train. You either hop on or you get left behind. There's something with your energy where you've been the one that's putting forth all the effort. You've been the one that's been pulling the weight. And there's something here about cutting the dead weight, and now this person really having to run up to the head of the line. I'm thinking about like football or like basketball, you know, when they have a line of people and the person from the back has to run all the way up at the top, and the rest of the teammates have to keep the same pace as the front person. Your person is trying to come from the end, come from a back win, and trying to sprint up at the top in order to help lead this, whatever is going on here, which I think is beautiful, if they can catch up. But for some of you, you may have already been like, toodaloo. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Show me, what is the collective's advice? I love these cards, by the way. They're so funky, but they have such a beautiful meaning. What is the collective's advice with this person? The Moon. Beautiful. All right. So with that being said, this is your reading. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your love and support. It means the world to me. I do want to say there will be a membership reading that is out. If you haven't joined membership, check it out. It's lit. For those of you guys that are going to, if this is where we leave off, I appreciate you. If this reading resonates and you want to book a personal reading, you can always check out my website. The link for that will be in the description, as well as where you guys can grab the Neon Awakening or any of the cards that I used today. And as always, for those of you guys that are coming over to Vimeo, let's roll. Simply click on the link in the comment section below, and it will take you straight to Vimeo, where you guys can purchase the extended. With that being said, I love you so much, And until next time, I will talk to you guys later.